Which country has the weirdest accent for Dean Lewis songs?
Yeah, when they're singing in Berlin, it's like, it comes and goes in waves. It's so adorable.
Actually sounds better. I think it
does. Yeah, German remix.
Do you know that Made It Work? It's like, I'm a musician, and you're like, sure, buddy. And then they turn out to be massively talented. That is the Dean Lewis story. He started out as a sound operator in film and TV. He now has over 1 billion streams online, in large part due to his smash hit breakup song, Be Alright.
And I know you love her, but it's over me. It doesn't matter, put the phone away. It's never easy to walk away, let her go.
And when I say smash hit, I do mean it literally.
It's not the fact that you kissed him yesterday.
Take me back to the first voice message, where Be Alright began with that voice message.
I was on the phone with my girlfriend at the time, and I do these dumb characters where I just kind of try to make her laugh, and just like, it was the dumbest shit, and I was pretending to be like a rapper on the phone, like an English rapper. She goes, hey, that is actually pretty good. And so I said, I'll call you back, push record, and then I came up with the basic idea of the song. And what kind of sounds like a lie, but I promise you it's not. I was staying on this farm that had marble floor, and the phone overnight smashed on the ground. And
like how?
Well, it was a really high bed. You know those nice high beds?
Yeah,
like, you know, fancy people.
One day I will get one.
Exactly, me too. And it'd fallen off in the night and broken, and because we were on this farm in Melbourne, like there was no way, I didn't have a car or anything, couldn't go and get it fixed. But I'd sent her like this little memo of the song, like a little snippet of it before I went to bed. So I went to my send messages, and there was this gem of the song. And that's kind of literally why the song exists.
The colours and the shapes in my mind starts to shape, and real colours start to appear in the times, and I try to be caring, I try to be there, but you push me away.
A lot of songwriters are like, you know, man, if it's great, you'll remember it. I don't remember anything. You know what I mean? So I just record it, and
That's
then
proper millennial. Doesn't remember anything.
Exactly.
It's not on the phone. Didn't happen. Right?
Exactly. Very 2019.
Yeah. This song has been recorded a few times, and I know one of the times you recorded it in the US, and it had a lot of love and money put into it, I guess.
Yeah.
And you decided to not use that version.
And it was very expensive.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And my label weren't happy with me.
I'll bet.
And this is one thing that's kind of followed me through my career is saying no, and when it's not right.
So where does the perfectionism come from?
The fear of not being good enough and the fear of failing. Because I feel very lucky to have this opportunity, and I feel like it could go away at any moment, like actually. And I remember what life was like before, when I wasn't pursuing something that was worthwhile to me. And that lost feeling, you know, I just went, this is my chance, and I'm gonna, you know, it's my chance to make something of myself.
Unlike a lot of people, you have a really clear sense of the stakes, right? You have a really clear sense of how big it can be.
Yeah.
And also what it looks like if it just goes away.
Yeah, absolutely. And like the anxieties, for me, are something I've always had. And self-doubt on, you know, everything. And strangely, what I've learned is it never goes away. It's always hard, but I think for me, the key has been walking into the fire. You know, these little things that I'm...
Very dramatic. You should write for a living. This is really good.
Exactly. I know it's over the top, but I actually visualize it, you know, and I think I've stuck to it, and it's helped me.
The feeling's gone. Stay awake, stay awake, stay awake with me.
It is tough sometimes to give yourself up.
How do you navigate the anxiety of performing live? Because I saw you perform at Splendour.
Yeah.
Which was like 3 weeks after Be Alright came out or something like that. And then you had like armies of people singing it back at you. And I'm sure that moment was great, but what do you do in the lead up to a moment like that?
Oh, I'm not in my head. And it's very overwhelming, and I find at times when I get, because I'm also thinking about like, okay, I've got to perform this song, and then I've got to change the guitar, and I've got to do this. And maybe that comes really naturally to other people, but for me it doesn't. I guess for the people who are watching, I always see this, it doesn't appear like I'm feeling that, because I'm sort of putting on this kind of like, I'm gonna give them a show. But it sort of never goes away, because there's so many variables that can go wrong. You know what I mean? You're hearing a click, can you hear your voice clearly?
All that stuff that's completely invisible to the audience.
Completely invisible to the audience, that can go wrong at any moment. A lot of people enjoy the challenge. I never do, and I still haven't. I endure it, you know, although there is nothing better than looking out and seeing people sing back your song, truly.
This is a new song of mine, it's called Be Alright.
At those really big moments where it's not necessarily your fans too, like there's a festival, you're kind of like, are people going to show up? Like, is my career going to end at this moment when everyone realizes I suck? You know what I mean? All those thoughts run through my head.
No one's worked it out yet, it's fine.
No one knows.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
Exactly.
I look up from the ground to see your sad and teary eyes. You look away from me, and I see there's something you're trying to hide. And I reach for your...
If you go back and talk to Dean, holding a boom mic on the set, and tell him a little bit about what his life has become now, what would you warn him about?
What would I warn him about? Say no to everyone. Like, you know, keep saying no. It's the best thing when something's not right and it doesn't sound right. If you've recorded it once, redo it if it's not right.
And my friend said, I know you love her, but it's overmade.
People can hear when it's not real, and sometimes that's really hard, and you have to say no to people who maybe have a lot more experience than you, and who also have the best intentions, that think they're right. But just trust yourself, because then the failures are yours and not someone else's, and I think you'd resent that. I'd be stressed. I'd be calling my best mate going, this is bullshit, man, you know what I mean? I really would. Like, this is maybe the inner control freak in me.
And then the mate goes, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't resist it.
That's how we finished the interview, right?
Right, I think that's the
perfect.
only way to finish the interview.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see you play Dean Lewis.
Hey, what a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
It'll be all